Hello guys, this is going to be my first ever video game review, and I'm reviewing Prototype 2. And I've already finished the game, and that's a little loud, I'm going to turn my TV down. But I've already finished the game. I haven't played it in about a week, so I might be a little rusty on the controls, because I'm playing like Borderlands and stuff. And by the way, I cannot wait till Borderlands 2 comes out. That's a little something to look forward to because it looks awesome. But besides that, this game is amazing. I grew up, and my favorite comic book character was always the Hulk, you know. But the only game they really ever had for him that was, you know, any good was the Hulk Ultimate Destruction. And when I found out Prototype 2 was made by that same company that made that game, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. Radical does everything good. And, you know, now they're shut down. Hopefully we may see a Prototype 3, but it's highly unlikely. We could see it from Activision, but I think it's something Radical does best. They make really good open world, you know, you destroy everything games. But one thing I think Prototype missed out on was, like, the story. You got, okay, so your wife is dead, your child is missing, some people have kidnapped her. Now I understand it's like the whole revenge plot, but, like, just halfway through the entire story, you completely forget everything about the game. And I didn't have a person or a kick, but you completely forget everything about the storyline. And just, you go on an effing rampage, and that's all you do, pretty much. And you run in. The missions are really tedious, but, you know, I don't really care about the missions. I like the fact that as you get stronger, you can do things like biobomb people. And guess what? I pre-ordered, so I got the biobomb kick. Fuck yeah. Well, yeah, pre-ordering it was worth it. It's got the kick. You can do a Mercer bullet dive, which is something a lot of people miss, I guess, from what I've seen in a lot of comments. They're like, oh, but, you know, Heller can't do the Mercer bullet dive. It's like pre-order the game. You know, you just get, like, super powerful, and that's what they do best. They make you, like, in the beginning, you know, I was getting, you know, whooped by hard people, you know, like the why can't I think of the names? Hunters? No, Brawlers, that's their name. Why couldn't I think of their name? Brawlers, and like Juggernauts and the Leviathans. I was getting whooped by them. But, you know, you start getting all your powers, which I have every power fully upgraded, and I only need a few more evolutions before I'm full power, you know. But, you know, I like using the Whip Fist or the Claws and the Hammer Fist. That's one of my combos. You know, I just like the Claws. I always have. But, you know, like, people were like, oh, you know, you don't have as many actions as you did with Mercer. Mercer shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have been able to die. He should have whooped James. And, I mean, I agree with that, you know. Like, if you really think about it, how could the, you know, second best beat the best? You know, well, you know, it's all in the game developer's mind. I think they wanted to see Heller as more of a, you know, this is the good guy, you know, and then Mercer was more like the bad guy. Going into gameplay, that's more like storyline. So, like, the storyline is good, I like it, but it's really tedious, and you kind of forget your purpose. So for storyline, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10 for storyline. Moving on to gameplay. The gameplay is great. You know, every Radical game that I've ever played always has had, like, great, if it's a fighting game or something, like you can punch people or kick or something, it's always had just great combos. And, I mean, it really does look great, too. Like, the actions look great, the flying looks great, you know, like, well, it's not flying, it's gliding, but everything looks really, really good in this game. And, you know, like, running looks good, you know, you don't instantly reach your top speed, which is, like, you know, true to real life, and you get faster as you go throughout the game. You get, you know, like, that's what they do. They just make you better throughout the entire game. And, It's just a really overall fun game to play. You know, I'm trying to put up an Easter egg video. I found a grumpy old troll. I'm assuming it's an Easter egg, because I don't think there's any other bridge like it. But, it's just right over there, too. I'm not going to go to it, though. It'll be at the end of the video. There's only, like, a few things there I think they really jacked up. Maybe, like, I can't remember the name of it, but when Mercer would, like, fling his arm and you would fly across, like, half the city, you'd, like, throw your hammer fist and you just start flying. But they did add one new power that I think equals out to everything they really missed out on, you know? Like that and Mercer's bullet dive. If you didn't get the pre-order, you don't have Mercer's bullet dive or anything, you know. But since I did pre-order, I got all that crap. And the tendrils. The tendrils, they look good. They look actually really good. They're like, it looks like, you know, your hands. It's like the most, you know, if you're going for not having giant club hands or giant claws that are as long as your body or anything, you know, or a giant blade that's twice the size of you, the tendrils are probably your best option. That or the whip fist. But I like the tendrils, you know. They added all new attacks with it. They got the black hole attack, which you just, you know, hold down it on targeting, and it sucks everything into it. And then they got, like, regular attacks, which look really cool, and they got, like, this little backspin thing he does. But basically, you have, like, 4 moves you can do, like 3 in a combo, and then God, I can't think of the name. The black hole attack. Claws are, like, my personal favorite, because, you know, you have those since the beginning of the game. They look kind of weird, because, you know, they, like, one thing I think they messed up is, like, when his claws come out or something, sometimes they'll go through his body. But, you know, like, in Call of Duty, people never complain when, you know, in action, like, you know, you can walk through a dude's legs or something. People are never like, oh, well, you know, it doesn't matter. You can walk through their legs, you know. You can walk through a dead body. It's fine. All their dead bodies just disappear. Hold on. 15% less. That's a great phone. I don't care if I have 15% less battery. So, overall, I would give the gameplay a 10 out of 10. Because the gameplay is just great. It does, you know, like I said, you miss out on a few things, but you get one new power, which I think equals it back out to the 10 out of 10. Honestly, I think it's better than Prototype 1. You may have a different opinion, you know. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, you know, Alex Mercer rules, shouldn't have died. And, you know, I can understand that. Mercer's the first, you know. James is just a copy. But, you know, it's all in the game developer's choice. They do have really good looking pickup actions. Like you can pick things up, throwing, all that stuff. It's great stuff. I think their Devastator lacks a little bit. It lacks as much as the first one did, because the first one, when you did the Devastator, oh, and they gave you Brawler Pack, which is awesome. I have all 4 Brawlers now, like where I can just call in all 4, or the Super Devastator type of thing. But in the first one, your Devastator was just a monster Devastator. There were so many tendrils that came out, and this one, alright, I did press the right button this time. You don't have as much, but they're a lot larger. And since they didn't grab on anything, nothing happened, which is weird. I don't really know if there's anything I'm missing out on. Story's decent, pretty good. Not the best story I've ever heard. Gameplay, there's a few glitches, but everything equals out. It all, you know, equals out to itself. And I think it's overall a really good game. You know, I think IGN is really just, you know, hating on it because, you know, it didn't get, you know, Radical went out of business, and they don't have their business anymore. So, well, they have a few people left, but I think IGN just really doesn't like games, you know. They always are like, oh, Call of Duty, this Call of Duty, 10 out of 10. I could go on for days about things that IGN does wrong, they gave this game like a 7.5, I believe. And then they give like Pac-Man World Championships and crap like 10 out of 10. It's that freaking Pac-Man game. With Call of Duty, they gave it a 10 out of 10 on sound. And with Battlefield 3, they gave it a 9 out of 10 for sound. That's bull, because honestly, Battlefield 3 is the best first-person shooter. I don't play it as much as COD because not as many people play Battlefield. But, and it's a lot more of like a time, you know, you have to have more time, which I don't have a lot of. Anyway, my final verdict, this game is an 8.5 out of 10. It's good, it has its flaws, it has glitches, you know, but that's every free roam game is going to have glitches. I just like to think of it as like GTA 4 or Saints Row 3 with superpowers. I have not got the DLC packs, which I do plan on getting soon. If there's something I didn't cover in this video, please leave a comment. 8.5 out of 10, great game. Go pick it up for yourself. You know, only game I think released in April, I believe, which is kind of funny. It came out like I think 2 days after my birthday. What was it, 4/04/12 or something, I believe. Yeah, which is cool. I like things that come out after my birthday. Anyways, have a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And, you know, leave a like and comment below.